Hey there everybody, welcome back to Joe Wednesdays. This is JHaubz and these vlogs are me taking the opportunity to talk to you guys a little bit about me, my life, my family, and any random stuff that I'm thinking about. So what's been going on this week? Well, obviously Halloween was this past weekend. Hope everybody had a real good time and safe time and all that kind of stuff. Lydia had a blast the entire time. We went to a friend's house and we spent a good amount of time over there. We did some pumpkin carving and just a lot of play, and I don't know, it felt like we were there like a little bit longer than normal because we normally go in the afternoons after her nap, but we moved her nap up a little bit in the day so that we would have the whole evening. And I don't know, just being there that extra like hour or however long we were there longer, like I think Lydia just kind of felt more comfortable in the space, and like, gosh, her and her friends were just playing so well. It was so cute to watch. It was just, oh my god, it was just so much fun. Like I don't think I can really put into words how how happy it makes me feel to see her doing that kind of stuff. And then that just carried on into the evening, because this was really her first opportunity to really do trick-or-treating traditionally, like, because I think that last year, I couldn't remember exactly why. I think it was my brother's wedding, so I was gone, and then, like, you know, with all the COVID lockdown stuff, Ashley wasn't too comfortable taking her out. So but yeah, so this was like the first time Lydia was doing like proper, you know, knocking on doors and saying trick or treat and all that kind of stuff. And oh my gosh, she was just so excited. By the way, she went as a mummy and she loved her outfit, and Mom did a really awesome job putting that together. So kudos to you, Mom. But yeah, it was so much fun. And like the neighborhood that my friends live in, like is really actually it's very trick or treat friendly, I guess you could say. And like for the parents as well as the kids, because like, you know, like they were giving out like whole size candy bars, and they had like a bunch of them. This wasn't just like every other house or something like that. I don't know. It just seemed like a lot, or like maybe I've always grown up in neighborhoods where they gave out the little beast ones or whatever. But like, well, Lydia had a haul of candy, and you know, unfortunately for her, and maybe fortunately or unfortunately for me, she can't eat most of what she got. So I'm probably going to be giving a lot of that away at work. But I did find it kind of funny that like some of the houses had like adult beverages available, then they were given out to people that I thought was kind of funny. So it was there for the adults as well as the kids, and it just seemed like a really like fun neighborhood to do it in, and like just fun streets, because like every like all the parents and older like grandparents were really excited to just see the kids running around and playing. And now that I've had the experience of like watching my daughter do this stuff, I think I had a greater appreciation of being in that role, and then just watching kids going out and having fun and that kind of stuff. So yeah, a lot of good fun time was had. Real fun. I can't remember when we went. I think this must have been last week, but I don't think I mentioned it on my previous video. But we did end up taking Lydia to the trampoline park near us again. And there's this little like slide thing where like it's a trampoline on a ramp that kind of goes down into like a smaller foam filled pit area. But to get up that to the top, like the kids have to like crawl in this it's kind of like this just open square space, but like it has like gridded nets. Like it had this leveled gridded nets that the kids have to like climb up. And anytime that we've tried it before, Lydia really wasn't like all that keen on even trying to approach it or anything like that. But this time, like she actually did. And she started climbing up the first one. She couldn't quite get up, so she was calling for me for help, and so I maneuvered underneath, because you can't really fit an adult in there comfortably, but you know, I kind of shimmied in there, into the open space, and then I kind of gave her a nudge, but I kind of tried to let her do the most of the work, right? And she got herself up the first level, and then she got a little more confidence after that, and she tried the second level, really pulled herself up, and then the third level she was like even more confident, got to the top, um, and then she got to slide down. And I swear, like once she succeeded that first time with help, we couldn't stop. We couldn't get her off the darn thing. Like, and it was really like it was cool to just kind of see her explore and like kind of get out of her comfort zone and try something new. And but it was also like, you know, with a little bit of parental help to kind of learn how you're doing it, and then she picked it up on her own from there. It was cool to just like see the success, and then like, you know, sliding down into the big foam pit was kind of like the carrot on the end of the stick. That was kind of like the reward for like trying to do the thing you didn't know how to do. um yeah, it was fun to see, but it was also very rewarding to see her do that, because like, you know, like I said, like she was immediately hooked, like, oh yeah, I could do this, and she was just running around the slide over and over and over again. um but it kind of got me thinking about something that I don't necessarily know if I have fully thought out, so maybe I'll probably be doing that right here and now. Um, so I've been listening to a lot of like parenting books, just as audiobooks, just like, you know, on my way to and from work. And it's been interesting because like I don't think I've ever been like a like I don't retain factual information all too well. And I mean, like, it was probably most evident when I was back in college. I had an engineering buddy who just was infuriated by the way I took tests. um, because like he was a very structural thinker. Like, you know, like I find out fact one and I need fact two, and then I use equation one and I get an answer. And this is how you factually solve this problem. And I like most of the time, if the questions on the exam kind of deviated away from the homeworks, that's where he kind of struggled a little bit. Um, he always got infuriated by me though, because like he would ask me like how I did a problem, like once we got out of the exam, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember. And I was like, I don't really know how to explain it, but like I see the information on the page, and like I kind of like pull out the bits and pieces of information like puzzle pieces, and then I know a few other puzzle pieces of like equations I know, or you know, like unit conversions that I know, or that kind of stuff, like whatever might be useful for the problem that I'm looking at. And then like I just kind of like see how I can fit pieces together until I get an answer that makes sense for the problem. And then I would move on. But the second I moved on, I just kind of like it's like a brain dump of information. Like I put the work on the page and I solve the problem, and then like I don't hold on to or retain that information. I just move on to the next problem. So I'm like, in some ways I'm kind of like a computer that just kind of like dumps the RAM to work on the next thing that comes up. And like, you know, like I mean, I would say I was rather efficient with it at the time when I was back in school, and like, but it always infuriated my friend. Um, but anyway, so why am I saying all this, and why does it relate to the parenting books? Is like, I think that like having the audiobooks playing of these different parenting all these different parenting books just kind of playing in the background. Like I'm not necessarily like looking for specific information, and I'm not looking for like a very specific like way to solve a problem or something like that, but it's like, but just sometimes I hear something that I just pick up, and and as I'm thinking about it, and just like somehow it fits into like something going on with the day-to-day stuff with Lydia that I think I could improve on or do better, you know. And like the recent one that we've been reading, this scaffolding parental scaffolding plan. Oh shoot, I'm not even remembering the title right now. But anyway, it gave me this one little kind of nugget of information about, for one, the time frame of how long it can take a kid to learn things is like months long and not like, weeks or that kind of thing for certain things. And certain, like, certain kids learn a certain way, but like it could take like months for them to learn a behavior. And I think like just kind of having that little tidbit of knowledge kind of just stored in the back of my brain, it kind of helps me stay calmer when like Lydia's not doing the thing I'm asking her to do, or more specifically, like doing things that I know she's done before. It's like, I know you can do this. Why aren't you doing it now? And it's like, that can be frustrating to me, but then it's like, okay, no, like, they may do it successfully one time that you can recall, but like, it's going to take a longer span of time for them to really like learn it and learn to do it correctly, and that's in a disciplined way and that kind of stuff. And just having that tidbit of information like cuts off my parental frustration in the scenario, so that I can actually like be more present to help her in the moment, that kind of stuff. And then like another one that I recently came across was like, congratulate the attempts, not the successes. Like put your emphasis on like praising them for trying to do a thing. Don't give them the praise for like succeeding on the thing, because it can kind of they can kind of be interpreted in like the success is the goal, and if you don't get that, you fail. And then like, like if you do that over time, like your kid just learns to like be afraid of failure, and like a failure is a bad thing, and if they're finding themselves failing at stuff, it might learn, cause like depression or lead to bad things for them psychologically. But I was just it just came up in my mind when a scenario came up with Lydia where like I'm trying to get her to put her clothes and her coats right side out. Like, she takes off her shirt, it gets flipped, whatever, it's normal. And I'm only trying to like teach her like, like, okay, like it's cool that it happens, just try to, put it the right way out when you're done. And sometimes we make a game of it, like when she has her Moana shirt and it's inside out, it's like, oh no, Moana can't see, we gotta put her so she's right side out, something like that. But the other day I found myself getting real frustrated at her because she had her coat and one sleeve was correct and one sleeve was inside out. So she fixed the one, and I was like, all right, good. And then she started fixing the other one that didn't need fixed, and I was trying to be like, oh, hey, stop, wait, hold on, wait, don't do that. And she just kept going, and it was, I don't know if she wasn't like hearing me or understanding, but I think she was just focused on her task. And I started getting real frustrated because I'm like, why aren't you listening? And why aren't you doing it right? And then it occurred to me, it's like, okay, well, hold on, like, she's trying, and I need to validate and congratulate the trying and not the success or failure or the result. And so it's just, so anyway, I roundabout way of what I'm trying to say is that if I think that I'll probably just have a collection of audiobooks that I know to like rent from my Overdrive app, just kind of logged there, so that like if I'm starting to find myself in a rut parenting wise, I just need to like have this stuff kind of running to get the thoughts brewing, that kind of stuff, and getting me in that just problem solving mind, because I'm not going to do it the structured way, because it's not how my brain works. So, but anyway, I'm going to cut myself off rambling. Don't know, hopefully that made sense, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys are doing well, and we'll see you next week. Till then, take care.
I got a chicken heart. And the tickles.
Alright, thank you so much for watching. Click up here to see my previous Joe Wednesday, and click down here, I'll link a game for you that I have on my channel. And take care, we'll see you next time.